Hi everyone, today I'm going to be reading an article I've written. This essay was a runner-up in the Wicked Young Writers Awards in 2019. Much more than a building. My name is Hannah. I'm 22 years old and I use a hospice. If you're anything like I used to be, you'll have read the word hospice and thought of a gloomy, drab ward setup. But in fact, a modern hospice is anything but. I am not days from death. And I also don't have cancer. In fact, over 50% of hospice users go home at the end of their stay. When my doctor mentioned that he was referring me to hospice, I remember sobbing so heavily in the car park that I couldn't catch my breath. Days later, Mum and I arrived outside Cumbria's only children's hospice. My imagination had gone into overdrive and I was expecting to see extremely ill children and distraught families. However, I was stunned when we actually got inside. There was a young girl happily running around playing, another doing a jigsaw in the corner, and a young woman in her 20s creating jewellery. All hospice patients, nothing like any of the preconceived ideas I'd had. The building itself was bright and spacious, with a beautiful stained glass window, a family-style living room, and discreet medical features. The majority of clients have medically complex and life-limiting conditions. And in my experience, there are a lot less cancer patients than you'd expect. People still die in hospices today, but medical advancements mean survival rates for many conditions have risen significantly. Due to this fact, hospices have had to alter their purpose. Most hospice inpatients use respite services for many years before eventual decline. Respite breaks offer the carer a rest, while the hospice takes on both the medical and social burden of caring. The question I get asked most frequently is, what do you do in a hospice? With most people expecting me to reply that I just stay quiet. Activities I have done while in hospice include baking, crafting, going out shopping, and enjoying a night out, while another person's experience may be that they get a takeaway delivered, play on games consoles and enjoy a beer or two. That's the thing with hospice. It evolves depending on the person's age, interests and medical needs, allowing both service user and carer to have meaningful and happy time away from each other. Hospice staff have been horrified by some of my experiences as a hospital patient, which have left me with post-traumatic stress disorder. They have gone over and above to give me a positive medical establishment experience. Hospice has helped me to overcome many of my anxieties about going into hospital again because of its personalised care and time-rich setting. An NHS ward has 1 nurse to 16 patients, whereas hospice has 1 to 3 nursing. It is this model of combined physical and emotional support that makes hospice such an important part of having a life-limiting condition, because inevitably I will need to be admitted to hospital again in the near future, and now I'm equipped to do so. The essence of hospice, if you strip it right back, is that doctors, nurses and volunteers share their humanity with patients. They want to hear about the burden illness puts on families, while the rest of society shy away. Hospice workers are content in the fact that they cannot cure their patients, but they have offered me the space and support to rediscover myself amongst my medical conditions. A life-limiting illness is an illness which is progressive and will cut life expectancy short. This is why I was referred to hospice. I'm not actively dying, but making the most of my shortened life. At a time when friends have stopped knocking on our door for fear of bothering us, the warmth of hospice is welcome. Every day, people stare or whisper about me, as though I can't see or hear them. Illness has made me alienated in society, and this is the unifying experience of patients in hospice. We are all different, all on this earth for differing amounts of time, and until we came through those hospice doors, many of our experiences were that of being other. Thank you for listening to that. The link to the original article is in the description. If you learned something or you'd like to hear more, please do subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. Thank you for watching. Bye.